Good morning. My skin looks really even. It does. And what I sprayed on it about an hour ago is the Elemis spray. I have my Calm on too, and then I sprayed that on top, and I feel like my skin looks more even than usual. So I had this on first. Y'all know that this is my ride or die. It's now Ben's ride or die. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because now we're gonna fly through these bottles maniacally. But yeah, so I did that, and then I sprayed the other one on top, and then here we are. I literally just think I want to put a little bit of concealer underneath my eyes. Honestly, any excuse to use that Makeup Forever concealer, but I wanted to let you know that little skin prep recipe that has my skin looking really nice today. All right, let's get the hair off the face. I like these alligator clips, and I think I like them because alligator. I'm sure my story family here, they understand my love. I was bracing for impact. I live next to, not next to, I live about 15, 20, maybe 20 miles from a base that they have military aircraft at. Sometimes they gotta take them for a test drive. That was actually really close. It's always jarring. Anyways, I was saying I love alligators, and anything an alligator clip is just love it. All right, what are we doing? I kind of want to do the bare minimum. I also brushed my brow up on this side. Now I gotta kind of lay it down a little bit to match my other one. I don't know what that is. And then my brow tutorials are on my saved highlights, y'all. And I'm still really into, there we go, that looks pretty good. I'm still really into the Brow Freeze gel. The gel, not the pot. The pot's a little too wet for my coarse brow hair, but this is very nice. Holds, does not flake, does not get weird. I've really been enjoying this one. This is the one that's gonna go with me to Atlanta today. So when I'm in a hurry, I like to do my liner first before I don't even think I'm gonna put anything on my eyes, but if we do the liner first, we can come back and correct it like that with my micellar water. So fast. So do you see how automatically I want to do like this? Even where I'm at in my makeup journey, I still want to do that. So I'm just going to completely relax, and I'm going to just press over this. I just did that video. Now remember, we are here are all the different makeup levels. I did that recent video with the Milk, this, and then whatever eyeshadow. Please try that. If you're struggling, please try that. I would not consider myself to be struggling, so I'm just going to go in with my Stila. And see how I'm using my face as a kind of a guide and a balance? And then I'm going to kind of look down into a mirror and fill in any gaps where the fold was. Now, if you do feel a little bit more comfortable with a liner like this, that's going to be a felt tip. I really love this one. You can see there, it's a felt. This is the larger end, and then there's the smaller end that I was using, and I love to do that for my little baby wings. So now let's take some micellar water on our C30. Please don't sleep on the C30. It's so universal. You're about to see what it is, but I have my water there, and then I'll just kind of tilt my head back, really sharpen that up, and you can really manipulate the shape. Say we went a little too over the fold, or we want to add more, or we want to sharpen it under here, make it even thinner. This is such a good tip, because you could still do eye makeup around this. My lip balm got stuck. I'm going to do it a little bit more in the mirror, but this is a really good tip, because again, it's so much easier to correct at this stage. And for me, there's no one way to do makeup. If you're wondering, well, you just taught us the other one. There's so many ways. For me, I understand makeup differently than what you might understand it. So that's why I want to be able to find so many different ways to teach you and to help you, because this might make more sense than even doing the technique I just posted. So what I do is I try my best to find so many different ways to help you figure out makeup, and I love it so much. All right, let's dust these lashes with some powder. Yeah. Just like our brows, it really makes a difference when your lashes are dry. And all we're doing right now is curling them. But when things are wet, they tend to want to just, they want to be weighed down with that moisture. So the drier the brow hair, lashes, it holds better. And not only that, it adds a little bit of volume to them too, both brows and lashes. My e.l.f. mascara that I love. We're gonna work one lash at a time. That way we can get an extra coat on here at some point. I like to do a coat of mascara right before it dries. So I'm gonna put this on, and a coat to me is, I don't know, several swipes, but it's not going back in yet. So I won't dip back in and do this lash until it's almost set, and that's how I build a little bit more volume. You're kind of layering on top of that tacky mascara, which then builds. So that's my first coat there. And then let me do the same thing over here. And a lot of you always ask how I don't get a ton of mascara there. If you'll notice, I'm kind of blinking and rolling this through, and it just doesn't kind of clump around the lash line. Now there will be a speck or two sometimes, not always, but it's a lot. And this time I'm using the front. You won't get it on there as much if you just kind of pull it through. And I do that towards the front of the eye. So now let me fill over here. I'm gonna do another coat over here. What's on here should be enough. I don't wanna put too much over here. But I like to, again, I wanna stress that I'm doing this coat before this eye's set. Once mascara is set and you kind of layer it, it tends to want to clump. But if you do it that way, it's really, really nice. But then remember, we still have to do our step. I will say I'm gonna grab my lash comb here, and I'm just gonna run it through a couple times on this side, because I like them real fluffy. Nice. Now, lash curler. Give it a little dust of powder, tiny amount. I don't want you to put too much. And remember, I do wear contacts, so it's barely there. It's just like a baking sheet. All right, now we're just gonna curl, and I like to hold this for about 20 seconds. And the mascara on this side was almost dry. I'm talking just barely transferring, and that's what we want. All right, are you ready? I'll never get over it. And it stays. I don't know what I was doing with my mascara before. I'm gonna do just a whisper of this because I want to use this Cali Ray corrector, and a pink corrector I like to put on top. I don't really have anything else I want to conceal right now. I'll just do a whisper under there. And then I'm actually going to use the In a Rush brush, the E29. I'm going to link it. And the reason I'm going to use this is it's very fluffy, so we're going to get a very diffused application. And I'm using the tip of the brush just to kind of swirl this around. You're not going to get as much coverage, but that's not what we're after. We're just after a really nice, just even, smooth application. Look at how nice that looks. They are ruckusing down there. That precious Ben, he is packing for me so I can come up here and do this. I heard uh-oh, but I know what the uh-oh's about. Gene is downstairs and he gets spicy and starts running around and playing. So I talked about this corrector yesterday, and you're thinking, Rose, we have seen correctors retired. And I understand, I feel you. But think of this differently. So a lot of correctors, they are meant for a more full coverage application. They're going to pair best with full coverage foundations. They can even take what I'm doing here. They could take this and all of a sudden it's more glam. Sometimes we don't want that. So I love that there's now a corrector in the no makeup category, and it's this one, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I'm in love with it. I just think the formula is fantastic. Now let me quit squawking and let me start painting. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of this, and you're wondering, Rose, why are we putting that on top? With a pink corrector, I still like for it to be on top, underneath, and it kind of just muddies it. So I'm gonna put it on top of the concealer. Now we're just gonna take that same In a Rush brush, buff this around. Look at how brightening this is. And I feel that this is a product we're not even going to need to set. Notice how I'm taking it in the inner corner. If you could brighten anywhere on your face, just one spot, brighten here. Don't even worry about the under eye, just brighten here. It's gonna make the most impact with the least amount of effort. Now, obviously I'm gonna do all the way underneath, but that's a really good tip, especially if you're in a mega hurry. You gotta hop on a Zoom call, just brighten there. wow. I wore this yesterday and I was just blown away. Y'all are absolutely gonna love these. And again, they're just not like a normal corrector. It's an advancement. And that's one of the reasons I'm so fascinated by makeup, is there's always an advancement. And if you want a corrector in a hurry, a no makeup corrector, this is it. I just want to try something. Instead of wearing mascara, I'm just gonna try to draw some kind of lash strokes here with my little brow pencil, just to kind of thicken this up at the base. I'm not gonna add any powder. This, especially if you have dry skin, it sets. And then listen, if you do have creasing, because we are humans, now this isn't gonna crease like a full coverage concealer. That's not what we're talking. But since we are humans, if we don't have powder, we could just take a brush or our clean finger and just kind of tap it back. I wouldn't have any creasing now. I'm talking like 8 hours later, and you could just tap it back in. It's a lot easier to kind of manipulate unset makeup. We don't talk about that enough. Look at the difference. Just drawing on a few lashes makes such a difference. Okay, and then this isn't going anywhere. And then we don't have to worry about fallout, we don't have to worry about nothing. Not that I have it with that mascara, but this is a really good tip, because sometimes a lot of us do. And since we didn't have powder, this is a really good idea, because this is not, there's not enough of this, and it's not thick enough to mix in with the concealer and create any kind of smudgy mess. So it's so thin that it's just going to stay. And now it looks like we have mascara on, but we don't. So we're doing this lip marker from Kiko Milano. This should last me. I'm going a little heavier on the edges. Shades 107. We love precision, and then it's gonna last all day. And then I'm just gonna put a lip treatment over it. Now I'm just gonna top it with this. I don't know if you know this. I feel like you would if you're here. Lila came out with more shades of this formula. You'll know this is my favorite formula, but I don't want to swatch too much. But I do want you to see what color it is without, see, it's got really pretty color to it. Same formula. I carry two with me at all times now. So I have the strawberry one, and then I have this, why can't I say cacao right now? Don't judge me. But I really love these. I love these so much. They're my favorite, and I've tried everything, but this lip, this just kind of elevated everything. I love it. Okay, I think we might be into something with the lip. That's really pretty. Okay, so I have everything. I technically don't even need to take this, but I'll take it for the next time. I might wear this the entire time I'm gone. I'm gonna try my best to do some tutorials for y'all. Tomorrow I know I have to be in some meetings. Remember, I'm going to Atlanta. That's where the RBB headquarters are. So we're gonna hop over there. I think that's everything. I don't even want to put powder on my face. My skin feels so good. Nice. Wasn't the lash thing fun? How we did that, we didn't have to put mascara there. So if you do struggle with smudging, like I said, I do not, but I always want to give y'all options. And plus, I just like playing in makeup. You want to see a sneak peek? Ooh, I want a sneak peek. It's part of the reason we're going to Atlanta. I'm so excited. We have so much coming for y'all. Y'all are the best. We have so much fun. I love y'all so much. And like I said, I'll keep y'all updated. Even if I come on here and we do a lip touch up, I'll hop on no matter what. I'll just hop on and hang out with y'all for a second. I love you all so much. And I'm just so excited for what's coming next. And I think that y'all are really, really gonna like it. I think it's going to be something that's gonna make your makeup routine not only faster, but more fun. And I think that's everything for today. I love you, and I'll see you when I get to Atlanta.